Hello everybody. This class we will introduce how to selection of HNC-8 series controller. First, we introduce basic conceptions. The selection of CNC system is mainly to determine the manufacturer and the model of CNC system. After the model is determined, the functions and the hardware of CNC system, such as layout of optional panel, display, I/O unit, can be selected according to machine tool requirements. At present, CNC system manufacturers provide a complete set of products, including servo driver, servo motor, I/O unit, and something like that. Here is the CNC system like this. Here is CNC system device. Here is servo driver. Here is servo motor. Here is the spindle driver and the spindle motor. Here is I/O unit. Here is hardware. This is hardware. This is IPC 200 device, the hardware. So if you want to select a CNC system, you should, according to specification about the CNC system, like this. This part is about CNC system, and this part is about I/O unit. And here is spindle unit, how to select. And here is servo system. It is about servo driver and servo motor. Here is X-axis and Y-axis, Z-axis, like this. What is the selection principle? Number 1. Selection of model and performance. Select corresponding CNC system according to the type of numerical control machine tool. Generally speaking, CNC system is applicable to the processing such as laser, drilling, boring, milling, grinding, stamping, electric spark cutting, and so on. The performance of different numerical control devices varies greatly. So, CNC system can include single axis, 2 to more than 10 axes, and even more than 20 axes. The coordinate axis cover 2 axes or more than 3 axes, and the highest feeding speed is about 10 meter per minute, 50 meter per minute, 24 meter per minute, and the highest 250 meter per minute. The resolution is 0.01 millimeter, 0.001 millimeter, and 0.0001 millimeter. These indices are different and the price are different. Choose CNC system reasonably according to the actual needs of the machine tool, without pursuit of the latest and highest levels. For example, 2 axis or 4 axis. Double cutter frame control should be selected for general turning processing, and more than 3 axis coordinate should be selected for processing of curved surface parts. Second, selection of functions. A numerical control system has many functions, including the basic function, the necessary function of the numerical control device. Selection function a function for the user to select. Some functions are selected to solve different processing objects, such as the improvement of machine quality, the facilitation of programming, the enhancement of operation and maintenance performance. All functions which you choose related to your purpose. Therefore, you should choose those functions according to the design requirements of a machine tool. There are many steps for selecting functions. If miss the relevant functions of Sensei machine tool would be reduced, causing unnecessary losses. Number 3. Selection of prices and technical services. As there are different NC device manufacturers in different countries, the price of products of different specifications are greatly different. On the basis for satisfying the control type, performance, and function selection, we should comprehensively analyze the performance-price ratio and select the numerical control device with high performance-price ratio so as to reduce the cost. When selecting numerical control device conforming to technical requirements, it is necessary to consider whether the manufacturer's reputation, product instructions, and other documents. Moreover, you should also consider the issues such as whether programming, operation, and maintenance personnel can be trained for users, whether there is a special technical service department to provide spare parts and timely maintenance service for a long time, so as to give full play to technical and economic benefits. Example of laser type selection. For example, case 1, CK7525NC4 function laser, like this, 4 function laser, CK7525. It is required that the machine tool should have 2-axis coordinating motion function, which should be installed with the function of the third axis or Z-axis, and realize dual channel and machine measurement functions. It can process all kinds of internal and external cylindrical surfaces, conical surfaces, arc surfaces, metric screw threads. The machine tool should be equipped with 8-position hydraulic turret, hydraulic chuck, hydraulic tailstock, and hydraulic station, which can meet different processing requirements. Automatically guard doors should be installed to ensure the safety of operators. The machine tool can be used for the processing of multi-variety, medium, and small batch products. Selection reasons. Number 1. Selection of type and performance. CK7525 is a numerical control laser. The selected CNC system should be a laser system, which can realize the coordinated function of 2 axes with high control precision. It can install the third axis or Z-axis and realize double channels and machine measurement in line. Number 2. Selection of functions. CK7525 CNC laser needs to be able to cut all kinds of internal and external cylindrical surfaces, conical surfaces, circular arc surfaces, metric and inch threads, and so on. Number 3. Selection of price and technical service. CK7525 CNC laser is a 4-function numerical control laser. The cost should be considered on the premise of satisfying function and performance, so you can choose Huazhong CNC system. Here is configuration of Huazhong 8 CNC system is shown in the figure below. The column is CNC system. This is the type 1 CNC 808DIT, 818B, and 818D, and 848D. There are 4 types about a CNC system. So how to choose our laser CNC system? We can the first row, max channel. This one have 1 channel, and this one have 2 channel. This one have 2 channel. This one have have 10 channels. It is the first we should compare with each other. Next specification is max feed axis, like this. Here is 4 axis, this one, and this one have 9 axis. This one also have 9 axis, but this one as high as 64 axes can control with each other. So we can standard the feed axis. The first have 2 standard feed axes. This one have 2 or 3 feed axes. This one have 2 or 3 coordinate axes. This one have 5 axes. If we consider the spindle, standard spindle, this one have 1 spindle. All have 1 spindle axis. So the 4 is the same. So we can see the features. 808DIT, the functions required by the 4-function laser, great stability and high cost performance, the third axis function and the C-axis function. This one for milling center or turning center function, C-axis function, dual channel machining measurement function. This one for milling center or turning center, great stability, high cost performance, the third axis function and the C-axis function, dual channel measurement function. This one have turning compound, multi-axis and multi-channel functions, strong stability and high machining accuracy, this one. If we from the suitability machine tool to consider how to select, this one have 4-function laser, satisfying 4-function laser. 818B for milling center, turning center. 8188D type, milling center, turning center. 848D composite machining multi-axis, multi-channel, high-grade CNC machining device. So if we select only for laser, we should select HNC-808DIT NC system. That is a good selection. So, conclusion, HNC-818 AT CNC system can realize the function of two axes with coordinating moving, install the third axis or C-axis, and provide the performance requirements such as double channel and machining measurement online. It is suitable to full-function lasers with all kinds of requirement functions of NC laser. HNC-818 AT CNC system can be chosen to match with CK-7525 CNC laser due to its low comprehensive cost and high performance. So, for CK-7525 full-function laser machine, we choose HNC-818 AT CNC system. So, how to selection servo driver and motor? Selection method as described as the following. Number 1. Selection the matching of motor and servo driver after calculate of mechanical parameters of bar machine. Number 2. Selection the matching of motor and servo driver through data provided by bar machine tool manufacturer. Selection principle of servo motor. The selection of servo motor is mainly to select the feed driver motor. When selecting the feed driver motor for the machine tool, it is necessary to consider the matching between the transmission structure of the mechanical part and the motor, the rotating speed of the motor, the acceleration and the deceleration time of the machine tool, the stopping distance of the motor, and other factors. Attention should be paid to the following principles during selection. 1. Continuous working torque should less than rated torque of servo motor. 2. Maximum instantaneous torque should less than maximum torque of servo motor at acceleration. 3. Inertial ratio should less than specified inertial ratio of motor. 4. Continuous working speed should less than rated speed of motor. According to this, and then we should select the servo drive. Servo drive selection method as described like this. The motor selected for the driver unit should be based on the principle of current matching, and the overload factors should be taken as the reference. Electrical performance indexes should be referred to when selecting motor for driving unit, including rated output current of driver unit. In servo, IN servo, short time maximum output current of driving unit, IM servo. Rated output power of driver unit, PO servo. Rated phase current of servo motor, IO motor. Rated current of servo motor, PN motor. And overload multiple K. When matching the driver unit with the motor, we should pay attention to the following items. in server larger than I/O motor. Key equal to IM server divide I/O motor. Key is in the range from 1.5 to 3.0, and PO server larger than PN motor. When the dynamic response requirements is high and the load inertial ratio is high, the overload multiple K should be taken as a larger value. So, consider that factors and bare machine manufacturer recommended motor torque values for spindle and fit 6 like this. So we should select the HNC system and servo drive unit and servo motor like this. And the next step, we should select the NC system profile. It is about dimensions. NC system device dimensions should be concerned when selecting the CNC system, and the dimension of different CNC system is different. It is the standard MCP Huazhong CNC system. Here is 400 mm like this width, and the upper panel is 20. The height is about 20 mm. The lower panel, the width is 400 mm. The height is 200 mm, like this. NC panel of 808D system adopts horizontal layout with dimensions consistent with FANUC, Mitsubishi, and other systems. Matrix panel compatible with FANUC can be selected. The panel 50 core home plug can be directly connected to the system through I/O slave port. This control, like this. Here is the motor dimensions. If we select servo motor, we should consider the dimensions. This is the length, L. LR is the spindle length, like this. And the phi s at here, 19. The installation dimensions of servo motors from different manufacturers are also different. So the dimensions of motors should be considered before selection, and the installation dimensions of motors should also be concerned after selection. This is very difficult to selection. If you grab the keywords, you can select very easy through experiments. That's all. Okay, this class is over. Thank you.